What the fuck?
All right. What's up, baby? We're back at it again. It's
What's
Cream and
baby?
Kalam. You already know, Clutch Kids.
Yeah, man.
It's
Clutch
your kick.
guys.
All right. We're
King.
reacting to Remnant 2 before you buy. See, I personally haven't even heard of this game.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck this
So
is. So that's why we're gonna watch it before
yeah.
we buy it.
So hey,
Smart.
before we buy it, if it ends up being good, I might actually get this game and play it. You know, that could be something we do.
Actually,
That could be something we do.
yes. Actually,
All right.
if it's good,
Let's get into this.
Hey, and we're
into
back
it.
with another episode of Before You Buy, that show where we give you some straight up gameplay and our first impressions
that.
of the latest games releasing. As usual, it's me, Jake, and today we're talking about Remnant.
Wait, is this
2.
the?
This is the follow up to Remnant from the.
Is this the one where it's like you're in like a city and no, it's not. No, it's not. Never mind. Never
No?
mind. That's a whole different game. That's a whole different game. It was the vampire one where like the vampires and yeah, it's brand new. It just came out. Never mind.
Oh yeah, I think I know what
Yes,
you're
that
talking
one.
about.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one with the black sniper. Yeah,
Yeah.
not wrong one. Yeah, wrong one. Never mind. Okay, continue.
Ashes that released in 2019. It was a game where we'll admit we didn't
Oh,
get
he's
to
got the
spend
machete.
enough time with, but the
Oh my
PC crowd
gosh,
really
dude.
seemed
What are
to
these
love it. So
things?
now with the sequel,
Unreal
the
Engine,
formula
though. Shout out Unreal
continues,
Engine.
although
True.
this time everything is bigger and badder. Now, for the uninitiated, just know that Remnant
that
is
shit a
a
little bit
kind
too
of
smooth.
loot dungeon co-op third-person shooter. You
Loot
hop
dungeon
into worlds
co-op.
from a hub,
Okay.
journeying around, discovering chests, fighting enemies, doing sub-objectives, earning stuff, fighting sub-bosses,
giving, like-
main bosses, and while there is a story
Sub-bosses
progression
and main bosses,
character
okay.
progression, there's a feeling that you can kind of
It's
play
almost
endlessly.
like, you know what it reminds me of?
It reminds me of Gear.
It reminds me of Gear and like the new zombies, like the new COD zombies with the aliens and shit, like combined.
Oh shit.
You know?
Okay.
Because that
Yeah.
also had
Yeah.
bosses, I'm pretty sure.
because scenarios and encounters and areas are often randomized or remixed to shake things up a bit. So you're always on your toes. And if you're playing with friends, it just kind of begs you to hop in and start blasting for a night, you know? And now in Remnant
Love
2,
that.
you create a character in the beginning through this limited character creator and you hop in. The character
Just
creator
limited
is
character
pretty
creator.
limited and
Limited, by the
really
way.
generic,
Yeah.
but it's fine because
Can't make a
20
black
minutes
person
in,
and
you're covered
stuff.
up in armor, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
Just choose your voice carefully. My only tip, because
I mean, yeah,
you're
I
gonna
guess
hear
if you're
your
wearing
character
armor and you
whining
can't see your
in battle
character,
a lot.
doesn't
Now,
really matter
right
anyway.
after this, you jump
Yeah.
into a post-apocalyptic world. Do you need to have played the first game? No, not really. This is like a new adventure, but it helps because there are callbacks and characters and things. But it's your own character going through and eventually getting caught up with a group of survivors, and it feels like typical post-apocalyptic video game fare until you get thrust into an interdimensional crystal, and from there you're free to party up and hop between worlds and loot and shoot and level up. Occasionally
Okay,
hopping
well-
back
Whoa.
into hub worlds to craft new weapons and upgrades and spend your earned
That look-y
currency on
sounds
other
fun
upgrades.
for some
Now,
reason.
the story here didn't really do it for us. Feels a little bit generic at times, but it's serviceable and has little moments here and there. This game is all about the gameplay, you know?
He's gonna
That's
clutch
the
up
meat.
right now,
And
bro.
when
He's
it
getting
comes
his ass
to
kicked.
shooting,
Oh,
and character progression,
Hey, there we go.
just to give you
That's,
overhaul and is very compelling. So let's start off with the combat. It's the main thing. You're running and gunning and dodging and casting abilities.
It looks alright.
Enemies
I wish
are
the font
shooting
was
you with
different, but-
projectiles from afar. Other enemies are closing in and getting nasty, and it's often just constant chaos. Shooting feels great and really responsive with punchy shotguns and bolt-action rifles and repeaters that just have a satisfying blast to them. I point this out because you're endlessly shooting in this game, so it has to
That is a
feel at
big
least
ass
decent
sword
in the
on his
feedback
back.
department, and thankfully, it really does. Using special skills often creates a lot of on-screen effects, and melee
This shit looks
attacks are
fucking lit for
extremely
some reason.
necessary.
Wait, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Wait, why does it
Attacking is
look
still pretty
actually
simple
fun?
here. The different weapon types show off some pretty good-looking animations, though, and that translates over to the enemies as well. They're satisfying to shoot as you see them stagger, and you find their weak spots for more damage, and sometimes they pop.
Oh,
Many of them
that's
have their
interactive.
own
Yeah.
really cool attack animations as well. My biggest issue is that it's really easy to get attacked from behind, and there's not a good sound cue or much indication that it's going to happen. You just need to be on a swivel at all times. Because with your health being limited, getting attacked from behind constantly can be a little annoying. That, and there are a few bosses here and there that feel a bit BS, like they might frustrate you, but otherwise, I found the difficulty to be solid. There are a few difficulty levels, and even the standard ones are pretty challenging right out of the gate. As you're getting your feet wet, that challenge might not feel as rewarding until the game really ramps up and makes you feel like a badass. I found the early hours, like the first few hours, a little grating, you know? There were a couple of sections that I died at, and when I was spit way back out at the last safe zone, I felt to myself kind of like, wow, I really don't want to do that again. And that's a feeling that I shouldn't have in this type of game. It did go away over time. I'm just giving you like my own personal preference, my own vibes towards it. I think that aspect is definitely helped by playing with friends in co-op with up to 2 additional people in your group. I wasn't able to experience as much of this as I wanted to, but I can already tell this game is way more fun when you're not running solo. You can do it solo for sure. I certainly mostly did, but the strengths lie in character building and multiple characters doing crazy stuff together, all gunning at a boss. You know, creating your own adventures, because the stuff in the game is only so interesting. Now, you're teleporting to different worlds, so there is a good amount of variety, you know, post-apocalyptic, abandoned places, lush, mysterious fantasy forests, sci-fi worlds, tech stuff, more stuff I won't spoil. The variety goes a long way, and all of these areas have their own unique little sub-stories going on, and their own little cultures and lore, and when you encounter this stuff, it may be different compared to someone else playing the game thanks to the random elements. And this game, like the first, is just meant to be played. Multiple revisits to different worlds, rolling new characters. You're not done when you beat the story. You're gonna play through it again due to this game's whole nature.
Okay.
And I know I said some enemies
replayability
and
is always
bosses are
good.
BS, but on the flip side, some of them are.
I'm so intrigued by
downright
this
awesome.
gameplay. It's like
There's
fucking
some
Miss Catch
really good
Montes.
boss battles.
Yeah.
that I
I'm actually enjoying
really
this
liked. I
gameplay
just had a
forever.
good time fighting. They felt like regular, straight up, good old-fashioned boss battles with a couple of phases, and that's it, you know? And I actually found myself getting excited to stumble upon them again somewhere while rolling a new character later on, knowing all the tricks. But with the RPG stuff, they really doubled down on it all, and it does make it seem worth it here. So the new name of the game here really is the overhauled archetype. So
Yo, I love
pick
that
one,
pistol.
like, say, the Challenger, the Heavy Base, the Medic, you know,
liking
stuff
that
like that.
stupid.
And then that character will have a bunch of
I like
Yeah,
that
the
knife
bolt
perk.
action's pretty cool
that
too.
are tied to relics,
I like the
team
knife
stuff,
perk as
or
well.
just general perks, and then special skills like, say, a heavy stomp for the Challenger, targeting bonuses for the Hunter, special
boy aiming
healing
for
launchers
heads,
for
but
the
I
Medic.
can't
But
play
they
it.
seem to
That's
get more
crazy.
interesting as you go. You level up these
Oh,
specific
we got hit
archetypes
from
for their
behind,
own
like you were
progression,
saying.
and you
Yeah,
earn
yeah, like
new
you said,
perks,
that's
and
tough.
eventually
There was
you
no
can take
sound cue or
advantage of
anything.
almost
Yeah.
like two
Wow.
archetypes
Ooh.
at once, creating a
Not-
type of
yeah.
hybrid playstyle character that you want. Now, armor is simplified now, so love it or hate it, you're not so locked down to it at least. Everything has modifiers and mutations, allowing you to focus on special perks and abilities for weapons and items more than just simple power levels. I mean, you still have a power level and it's going to matter, but you're focusing on individual stuff more and just getting creative. And it's nice. You're getting different dragon hearts and then adding different relics onto them, which gives you added perks like healing rates, firing rates, etc. Then you have an amulet for what is usually a pretty damn good active perk, and then a whopping 4 ring slots for even more stuff.
My goodness.
So between that and the archetype perks and everything else I just mentioned, you're just like this perk stacked monster. And it's really fun to micromanage them because a lot of them actually seem meaningful. Not just some hamster wheel throwaway RPG numbers going up by 1. Like, I can't emphasize this enough. Like, you can become a really crazy powerhouse. We're showing early gameplay footage here, so
If you get
can't really
perks
get
that can like
too good
match
of a sense of it,
abilities
but, like,
and like
Yeah.
really go
pretty
well
wild
together,
characters with
like
just
if the
a lot
perk
of stuff
design and all
going
that
on at once,
is
the
like
more hours you put into it. And
really,
then, of
really
course,
good,
like, as you level up, you
then this
also
game could
unlock
be,
trait
like, pretty
points that
fun.
you can dump into stuff like health, endurance, cooldowns, and progressively more things as you progress your archetypes. You can also respec these points if you want, adding a pretty good level of experimentation to it all. That's good that there's some freedom there, because in the early hours, trying stuff like different weapons isn't as easy as it could be because it's expensive from vendors. So there's a lot. And I feel like we've only just scratched the surface with this game. Like, with expanded, combinable, build-upable archetypes and the game's random nature, and presumably updates and more contents to come, if we can assume it's like the first game, this game could become something completely different a year from now. But the base here is good. I'm curious to see what like the hardcore Remnant fans think. Like there are people who played that first one for hundreds of hours, so some of them might have different insight than me, but like I said, the base game seems good. Like it's not unfinished or selling you half a game or anything like that. It's solid. This feels like a true
My God.
Remnant sequel that I think
I thought this was a
fans may
Star
pick some
Wars
issues
game
with
for a
here and
second.
there, but ultimately really enjoy. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Nah,
Again,
I'm like,
as kind
I
of
kinda
like a
wanna see, like,
solo
the
lone
story,
wolf
like-
player playing before release. I am curious to see how the community takes to it, what they think of it. I could be off, but in our experience with it, with us running through it on two PCs, we
You know,
haven't seen
I've
any
yet to
red
play a
flags
game
or
like that
anything
in so
that.
long.
But
I haven't
that's
played a game
before
like
you
this
buy.
in
You
like
probably
years.
know
Bro.
how this works
Yeah.
by
Like
now. I'll
since-
give you some
like-
pros, some
like
cons,
since the
and some
release
personal
of
opinion. And now I
Destiny
want to
2.
hear yours down in the comments. What do you think about the first
Yeah, I
Remnant
think
from
Destiny
the
2 just
Ashes?
got
Did you
a
play it?
new
What do you
expansion.
think about the sequel? Are you going to play it
Oh,
on
is it any
PC
fucking expansion?
or console? Let's talk
The
about
game that
any of
lasts
this stuff
forever?
down in
Yeah.
the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys. But if this video helped you at all, maybe just showed you some gameplay or informed your purchasing decision, clicking the like button's all you got to do. It legitimately helps us, so thank you. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Oof.
I'm going behind him again. That's tough.
Yeah.
Roll, motherfucker. Golly. Do a
Better
roll.
clutch up.
Do a better roll. Pistol. Oh, that's nice. I ain't gonna lie,
Ooh.
that's nice. Bro.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that pistol is real nice.
Bro, why is the sensitivity so low? It's fun.
Good question. Right. Well, what'd you think about that? Remnant 2.
I would play it. I would play it. It's out, but yeah, I'd play it. Like I'd play with the boys. I'd play with the boys. It's the boys. The with the homie. I wouldn't play it alone. It's not really like. For some reason, it's just not like. I don't know. I just got a feeling not to play it alone. You know what I mean? Like my gamer intuition is telling me if I bought this to play alone, I'd be wasting my money. But if I bought it to play with people, periodically play alone is cool. But like with people, yeah. I don't think it's a waste of money. I think you should definitely buy it. Definitely when it's on sale. I wouldn't buy it full price, but definitely when it's on sale, definitely buy this.
Yeah.
With the
All right.
books.
Well, that's been Remnant 2. Hope you enjoyed.
Sorry.
That's about it. All right.
So see you on the next video. Peace. Yeah.